How are we all doing? I hope you're keeping well out there. So, as usual, time's a little bit tight at the minute in the workshop. We've loads of things to do. I've got a couple of interesting things coming in to make videos on the next couple of weeks, which should be good, provided I can get the time to do it. However, I'm trying to stick 2 up a week, when we can. Quick one today. We're going to have a look at some stuff. First thing we're going to have a look at, and I think this might be a hiding to nothing, but we'll see. Someone gave me in their shed some rechargeable batteries from a place called Radio Shack. I don't know if they're any good or not. I haven't opened them yet, so we'll have a look at them and see will they take a charge. I don't know how old they are even. It says 2980 on the back. They're hardly that old, are they? Week 29, 1980. Hardly. Well, I don't know. Looking at the packaging, it could be. We'll open them up. I want to welcome along a few new subscribers. The thing's continually going up. I know I keep saying this every video, welcome to new subscribers, but as I always say, there's no YouTube without the people watching the YouTube, so thank you very much. On the live streamy thing, it'll probably be a few weeks, maybe a month probably now, before I get around to doing that, but and we'll try it, and if it's no use, I won't bother doing it again, but we'll just see what happens on that. I think it might be a bit of crack, because you can all sort of interact with one another in the stream chat thing and all that jazz, so we'll see what happens on that front. Right, I'll bring the camera in and we'll take these batteries out of the packet and we'll check them with a multimeter, see if there's any life left in them. Now, NiCads, is it NiCads or nickel? It's NiCads and then there's nymphs. Which one is it that explodes? I think it's the NiCads. Does that mean week 29, 1980? It's on them all. I have a feeling it does, actually, looking at the packaging. So that means they're 41 years old, nearly. So that could be entertaining. Right, I have this ye old battery charger as well. So we'll see what happens. See, does this work? The light's supposed to come on. Maybe it doesn't come on till you stick a battery in it. I don't know if this is working or not either. Anyway, I'm gonna feel bad about opening these now they're so old. Assembled in Mexico for Radio Shack. And these were obviously sold out of a Tandy. I think it says Tandy on the packet. Does it say Tandy on the packet? It says, I thought I'd seen the word Tandy somewhere. Something Tandy. Available at Tandy stores. Right. Come on, Avo. Work your mic. Now, I don't want to check the resistance of the battery. Yep. Now, 1.2 for a full charge. Have they held that for 40 years in the packet? No, slightly negative. Oh. Yes. Important that. Well, there's something there. It's not a lot, but there's something there. Let's try this one. He looks a little bit better. Just under 100 millivolts. Are these too far gone to be of any use? I suspect the answer is yes. Will they blow up in my face? Well, they might do. Well, let's have a look here. There's a little light on there, so it recognises that there's a battery in here. I think that was the one that was a little bit better. And the little light's gone out. Oh, test. Charge. I'm not sure. Let's measure the voltage at the charger to see if it's doing it. Alright, so there's the unloaded voltage there. So it's certainly feeding a bit of power into them. Now the other thing I can do is, let's see if we can see what current it's drawn. Just for the crack. Let's go for milliamps. 100 milliamps. Pull the spring down like that, and I'll go in between it. Yeah, it's around about 100 milliamps. It's going up. Let's see about the other one that was a little bit flatter. About 150 milliamps. You never know. They just might come up. I think I'll leave the others in the packet, unless they're really, really good. I think that's interesting. If they really are 41 years old and they come up, that's pretty cool. New old stock. I wonder what the audiophiles have any interest in this. I wonder do they have any special audio properties. Alright, that was the first thing I wanted to look at. That's being rather protracted and boring. Let's have a look at something else before I go. As I said, this is a quick video, but I wanted to show you this, which I picked up recently as well. This came from my house clearance friend, and he hadn't given me anything in a while, so I was quite happy to get this off him. I hadn't actually heard from him in a while. Things have been a bit quiet for him, due to there being a bit of a flu or something going around. Grundig Yacht-Boy. Now, we always like our Yacht-Boys. We haven't got too many of them here. Well, I haven't actually got a Yacht-Boy here, to be honest, but I've the Grundig Satellite, and I've a few smaller Grundig Music Boys, or whatever you call it. So, the one thing I wanted to show you, this, now it's a battery set, and it's got a horrible connection for feeding in 9 volts. Sort of a little 2-pin doofer. Of course, they had to be different. Now, you notice it has this lovely brown coating on the chrome, which will save the chrome, but my friend was telling me, you should have seen the ceilings in this house. That's tobacco. Isn't that just lovely? I'm glad I gave up smoking. Absolutely caked. Now, funny enough, it doesn't smell that much, but you know, you'll imagine it'll be stinking. But the whole radio is caked in tar, which is, I think that's the worst I've seen. However, it does serve a purpose, that it saves the chrome. It actually protects it. The sad thing about this radio though is that the little cover for the battery compartment is missing, and it takes 6D cells. So I'm gonna see if I can get in here, figure it out. This one and this one are the power tabs. Let's feed a bit of power into it. I'll get the bench power supply and we'll see if there's any life in the old girl. Okay, a little awkward, but we managed to get the crock clips in there. So, the moment of truth. You see I have my nice ammeter there. That's just for show, purely. About 7 volts, that'll do for a test. Switch on. Little flick on the meter there, alright. Sounds good. Jesus Christ. Look at the tar on the aerial. Look. Brown, the whole thing. Blech.
Explore the Land Rover range at Joe Duffy Land Rover Airside. Land Rover. Above. 99% population cover on 3. Or binge watch the newest must-see series in a day. 3 has you covered with a network you can rely on. All across Louth and all on Ireland's fastest.
Let's turn it down a bit. It has full FM coverage too, right up to 108, so that's good.
Oh, the city's gonna break my heart. The city's gonna allow me to live. Just to put criminology and forensic psychology with me.
Right, the variable capacitor is a bit scratchy, alright. Let's see what long wave is like. Now we've various crap plugged in here at the minute, so it mightn't be great. No.
Do not pay the ransom. Brendan, if they pay the ransom, it could keep happening. No paying of ransoms ever, says a texter. And Patrick says, sure, if you paid them a ransom, they'd come back for more after a while, wouldn't they? Interestingly, Patrick, I'm not sure that that's true, because I heard...
It's a bit boomy. Let's see if I can plug out this power supply for a second. Oh, that's better. Yeah. The wave change, yeah. Clean. The shortwave is just more or less a band spread for 49 and 41 meters, so not a whole lot of coverage there. I think a good clean is all this one needs, though.
I was so starstruck. Missy Elliott crowd surfed and Whitney Houston sang. That's incredible. I can't either confirm or deny that because I wasn't there, but if that happened, that is absolutely incredible. Someone else said, Jessica, I remember the year Macy Gray. The song was my first major heartbreak in this year. It was just before that Christmas, and that song was playing in every shop I went to, and it covered all
I wonder is the current consumption a little high. It's sort of peaking.
100, 102 if you think
250 milliamps flat out. Oh, it is a big radio.
Television, and this is what I would have been watching in this year, and it's from Cartoon Network.
the dial light doesn't work either. That's a bit sad. Alright, there's 2 things I wanted to show you, and I've shown them to you. So I think that's going to be a goer in another video. We'll open him up and have a look at him. I think a good clean will sort him out. Well, the FM doesn't sound wonderful.
Cities and towns aren't dead. What's been great is the impact it's had on suburban towns and regional towns, which have got a kind of new lease in life, a lot of them.
Alright, that's it. I hope you all have a good Saturday evening. And, oh, before we go, I better throw the meter across these again and see if they're doing anything. They're only very slightly warm to the touch. So they're not roasting. I know night cards can come up after a long time. So it is quite possible that they will recover. On the way up, oh, it's already at 1.2. They'll probably need to be charged and discharged many times to get them to come up, but I have found that they can regain their capacity. Alright, I'll leave it at that. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good Saturday night. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.